The US election is approaching, while also internal struggles within the CCP are intensifying. Xi Jinping has been faced with not only disagreements from Premier Li Keqiang of the State Council, but also with challenges inside the party from the second generation of the founding communist officials, or better known as the Second Red Generation, consisting of Jiang Zemin, Zeng Qinghong, and other anti-Xi forces. Regarding this, Taiwanese economist Wu Jialong argued that because Xi could help the United States destroy the CCP, the United States may covertly prevent Xi from stepping down so quickly. Wu also mentioned that if Xi could endure up to October of this year, it means that Jiang and Zeng will have lost. Wu's bold argument stands on the political prediction that as long as Xi is in power, the CCP will never be saved. He also joked that Xi Jinping is a rare political genius in the current century, capable of, and on the path to, driving the CCP to its grave. Adding on that, Xi Jinping's nickname, the Chief Accelerator, is by no means an illusion. He will, indeed, accelerate the collapse of the CCP. However, the only thing that the United States is worried about is the possibility that Xi wakes up. If so, unfortunately, the situation will become even more difficult for the United States. The United States has decided to not trust the CCP and to no longer place any hope on the CCP's reformists simply because the reformists are unable to adhere to America's direction and have therefore accomplished nothing significant to this day, according to Wu's analyzation. Therefore, it's no surprise that the United States has expressed how little the Marxist-Leninist nature of the CCP has changed within the past 90 years. Wu believes that China's socialism has overpowered the market economy in order to ensure that the country is always red. Why is the United States determined to confront the CCP, says Wu? Only by completely destroying the CCP can there be an opportunity to restart a new round of peaceful evolution and turn China into the democratic nation and economy that the United States hopes to see. Wu Jialong pointed out 6 major crises of the CCP triggered by a series of wrong moves from Xi Jinping. First, the US military. The presence of the US military stands adjacent to China's borders. With the CCP abundantly aware of the gap between each nation's military power, why would the CCP provoke the US? Second, the US sanctions. How did the US-China relationship deteriorate to this point? Why didn't the CCP keep a low profile? And what if the United States wants to sever diplomatic relations? Third, US-China trade war. Will the first phase of the trade agreement be implemented? If not, the US will take tougher measures. If the supply chain moves out of China, it will be difficult to get it back, and China's exports will be severely impacted. Fourth, China-EU relations. Europe has also changed its position. Although the CCP has invested more than 40 years building relationships with European countries, it may all be in vain. Can the CCP stop provoking the Hong Kong issue? Who declared that the China-British Joint Declaration was outdated? Fifth, international accountability for the pandemic. Why not tell the truth to the United States? Does the CCP have any biological warfare plan? Is the CCP preparing to pay for partial compensation? And sixth, attack on all fronts. Why does the CCP feel inclined to attack on all fronts, even under pressure? Why did the CCP choose to irritate India? Russia has sided with India. ASEAN has turned its back on China and has sided with the United States. And Sino-Japanese relations have become worse. The CCP is making enemies all over the world. Wu Jialong said that each of the 6 points stated are very targeted and reflect a major problem, together implying that Xi Jinping is, indeed, genuinely negligent in the work of national leadership. In ancient China, there existed an expression conveying that when an incompetent emperor is surrounded by even more incompetent officials, the dynasty's destruction is imminent. In relation to the CCP, Wu Jialong believes that the ancient lesson is truly manifesting. Xi Jinping has misjudged Trump all along, gambling with the fate of China as tensions rise.